Hi, and welcome to the City Sculptors Podcast. I'm your host, Alexis Williams. I am also the Director of Operations for 12th Street Heritage Development Corporation. But for the past 4 years, I have been immersed in the real estate and development world. That journey led me to this podcast, the City Sculptors. Here, we take a look behind the curtain and we talk to business owners, city leaders, construction workers, realtors, and developers, and we see what does this world really look like and how a city is shaped. So if you've ever wondered what she does seems kind of fun, or hey, I want to make a difference in my community and be a city leader, listen and subscribe and hit like, because here, me, you, and anybody listening can be a city sculptor. Hi, and welcome back to the City Sculptors Podcast. My name is Alexis Williams, and today we have Miss Karina Colvon, owner of KC Nails and Spa. Welcome.
Thank you. Love to be here.
So, Miss Karina, she owns KC Nails and Spa, and she also is about to open up a nail school to teach younger kids or older, anybody going into the nail tech profession, how to become a nail tech. So, you want to tell us you're 25. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
You
I had to
own
grow up fast.
2 businesses. How many ladies do you have working in your shop currently?
I currently have 9 ladies working in my salon right now.
Okay. So how did you get started? What makes you well, I know you guys started with a $20 Walmart nail kit, but what made you even think about grabbing that off the shelf?
So I was senior in high school and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have any scholarships, literally had no idea. So I was just like, you know what? I always got my nails done. And I started doing the math. I'm like, okay, she's taking this many clients.
Listen.
She charging this month, but they paying booth rent. So I was like, okay, you know what? I think I could do this. So went and got the little nail kit and I tried it. I liked it. And I was like, okay, well, let's try nail school.
Okay.
Yes.
And so from there, you kind of learned how to become a nail tech. And what made you say, I need to own a shop? Because that's a big leap.
So I always knew from the jump that a salon was kind of my end goal at that time.
Okay.
I thought that was my end goal. I always wanted like kind of a one-stop shop setting. So that's kind of always been a goal of mine. And I wanted that because I knew it would bring me passive income. So my goal is to not work at all. So, you got to have some type of passive income to reach that goal.
So passive income, let's talk about it.
Mhm.
You know, that's
juicy.
a big word for this generation.
Yeah.
We make money in your sleep.
Absolutely.
You don't need to wake up every day. And I always tell people entrepreneurship, you can attest to this and give us your story, but people will say, I want to be an entrepreneur because I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Not realizing entrepreneurship
24/7.
Yeah. So I might rather have the 9 to 5. So let's talk about being a business owner, some of the obstacles that come with it that you have to take on in order to have that passive income.
Patience is a really big one. And that's something that I struggle with in my day-to-day life as well as being a business owner is patience. You have to be patient with all the people around you, with yourself as well. I think one of the biggest obstacles for me has been doing this so young. It's like you kind of have to snap into business owner role. There's really no time to kick it. All your friends, they're out partying. There's really not much responsibility there. So you kind of have to give and take with that.
Yeah,
So.
you kind of miss out. 25, I'm 30. We're not that far apart, but at 25, I was outside.
Yeah.
And so you do miss a lot of weekend events.
And I started when I was 20. I wasn't even legal to drink yet when I opened my salon. So yeah, there was a lot of learning and growing to happen. Because, nobody really teaches you how to be a business owner. These are kind of things you learn along the way.
So any advice for somebody wanting to be a business owner? Starting at 20 is crazy. Crazy young. Most of us are either off in college, maybe off at the Army, or still trying to figure out what are our passions for. But for you to just start at 20 right out the gate, any advice?
So I feel like a big thing in this generation, everybody wants to be the boss or wants to be, owner. And I feel like you have to know that you need connection, you need community, you need these things. You cannot do it all on your own. So, respect the people around you and really give back. Take people to the top with you, because they respect that and then end up helping you build your legacy. So,
Yeah, nobody does it alone. A good follower can also be a good leader. And sometimes you need to be both
you
in
have
order
to be both.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with your business, you recently are the KC Gift Award winner of $20,000. Period. That's my girl.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you got that opportunity or
Woo!
what made you?
Oh my God. Baby, that was a journey. Okay, so this is another advice that I could give to other people. Do not give up. I was applying for this grant for 2 years and I was constantly getting no's. So they let you apply for it every month and you can apply as many times as you want to. And so for 2 years straight, I was getting no. And so finally they did a pitch contest. And so crazy enough, they put your name into a raffle. There was like 200 other applicants in this raffle, and they drew, I believe it was like 5 to 10 names. I was one of those 10 names. And so you got an opportunity to pitch your business in front of the judge panel. And I pitched and I feel like I did a great job. And
Obviously.
won second place, which was the $20,000. So that is what kind of helped me start my second business journey.
So how did you know? I mean, obviously, that's nobody but God, because a raffle is crazy for a business.
And mind you, the year before, I was put into this same raffle, and they pulled my name too. Again, 200 applicants. They pulled my name the year before, but I wasn't able to do it because I was out of town at the time, and they needed you to be there for certain meetings and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to participate. So to get drawn 2 times, yeah, it was destined. It was written.
And so, but you knew. So were you applying for the second business, the school that you were opening, or were you applying for yours?
I was applying for the school.
So how far into your nail journey did you know, I think I want to do the school?
I would say probably about maybe 3 years into it, I was kind of like, okay, like now I got the hang of this. I wish I had somebody like me to teach me when I was learning, like the teachers that we really had, I feel like they weren't really passionate and like not even just passionate, but they didn't have the tools necessary. Like a lot of the instructors that we had at school, they had never been in the field. I feel like you have to actually be in the field to give that knowledge out to people who are trying to learn, you know?
They didn't know what the modern, I think right now, what is it, duck nails? That's popular. So they weren't teaching like those things. It was still, okay.
Very outdated.
Yeah. That makes sense though. What do you aim to instill with your students? So I know you said you want to be different and you're actually in the field. I know because she does my nails, y'all. So this is my nail tech. But because you are doing nails, what is maybe some insight that you feel like you have for these new students? What is something that you hope your school is the takeaway that's different from other nail schools?
So for one, it's definitely going to be technique.
Okay.
And I can speak from my experience and also students that I've taught in the past, their experience that they've had in schools. It's like they don't teach you the technique. They teach you more sanitation, anatomy, which these things are also important.
Yeah.
I feel like they're equally important, actually. But you also need to know what's going to make the money. Okay.
Yeah. No, for real, because everybody likes something different. And I feel like nail techs, hair care, all of those things, you have to keep up with what's trending right now. That is something that most of us, we don't care what's trending as far as style. Like people who, are in more office jobs, how do you keep up with what's trending? Is it social media or?
So, yeah, most of it is social media. And my clients, they bring in a lot of pictures and stuff.
Okay.
So when I see that it's a trend or something that a lot of girls are wanting, I'm on Amazon, I'm on TikTok, I'm on everywhere I need to be to get the latest.
She's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Listen, because I asked last year for cat-eye red nails. It took you how many months to figure out?
I want to say like a few months.
She was like, I finally got it.
Yeah, we had to do some trial and error, but I'm like, I'm going to get this. This is not going to defeat me.
And it's minor to some people, but the fact that you would go above and beyond for nail, this is your craft. And so the fact that you're like, okay, I can't get it. I don't know. Like, it's just a polish, but you actually take time with your craft and you're like, I want to make my customer happy. Not everybody feels that way.
Right, because everybody is not focused on longevity.
Yes.
I am. You know, you want to keep your clients happy, keep them coming back. Oh, she really cares about, you know, me being satisfied. Like that's a lot. I feel like something a lot of business owners lack.
Yeah.
And got to be on top of that.
Yeah, longevity and not just making money. And I do feel like that is a hard thing to balance. Do you have any advice for business owners? We know y'all want to make money.
Right.
But also like not look at this as a quick money grab, you know?
Because it's not. It's really not a quick money grab. Like, so my advice is take the loss right now for the win later.
Ooh.
That's a big one. That's a big one. And what I mean by that is like, okay, so let's just say, okay, that day, let's say this design is putting me 30 minutes behind because I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, and I might have to take a discount off my next client because, hey, they were sitting here waiting for 30, 45 minutes. You know, I'm taking a loss right there in that moment, but that client might just tip me another $20 because I took, you know, the time to be like, okay, I respect your time. I respect you for waiting. You know, like I know you have other things to do. Or even the next time it's like, oh, well, you know, I might not have came back to her had she not gave me that discount, but now she's going to keep coming back to me for months and months. You know, like you just kind of build that respect and that relationship with your clients.
I for sure feel like that's something that's lost right now. Them deposit fees, them late fees. Listen, I be reposting. I'm like, not my girls,
right?
Not the people that I work with. But I have had those experiences, and it's like sometimes y'all make it, not y'all, because I'm not including you. But sometimes the profession almost makes it feel like I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
And so that is a sucky place to be as a customer. But so I do appreciate that you say, like, just take the loss right now.
And I'm a client as well. It's what people don't understand too. I get my services done too. So I have been on the other end of that too. I know how that's made me feel. So I try not to make my clients feel that way.
And I don't feel that way. So that's
doing a good job.
You are. Your business, you have your own business. Your nail school is going to be right next to it. Can you tell me some of the economic and social impact that you feel like you've brought to the area?
So I definitely feel like as far as economic, social impact, we're bringing a lot of revenue into the salon. And as I've said, I have other ladies who work in the salon, and I'm always giving them, you know, tips and tricks on, you know, even if we don't provide the same service on how to run a business, you know, advice on how do I deal with this situation with this client or things like that.
Yeah, so customer service is one, and for sure revenue. And have you seen, I feel like when I first started coming to the salon, which was years ago. I'm like years ago. I will give you credit because now there's more businesses around you.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like sometimes just taking that leap of area, like what made you say, I feel comfortable? It was really nothing in that area.
It was a ghost town when I got there. The building that I'm in right now was vacant for, I want to say 4 years before I had even got there, and everything else around. There was maybe a few businesses, and even those businesses were very ghost town.
Yeah. And so now I've seen multiple, you know, restaurants come near you. There's, I believe, a club next to you. People are more comfortable. So you being the first like pioneer in that area, what made you say, I'm going to take this area, I can see this being something different?
I'm all about taking risks. I didn't know that it would be what it is now, but it was just like, hey, I'm going to try. That's just my personality. Even if this doesn't work, I'm going to try it. What's the worst that can happen? And even if I do fail or I do decide that this isn't what I want to do, it's like, okay, now I'm one step closer to what I want to do.
Yeah.
So,
and I always tell people, I feel like sometimes it's better to try and it be no and fail than you always wondering like, what if? Yeah. I would rather fail 20 times than have that doubt for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
What challenges have you faced? Do you feel like maybe as a woman, as a beauty entrepreneur, I know both of those, it's a hard industry. It's a very hard industry. It's a competitive industry. There's probably a nail shop on every block. What sets you apart and what challenges do you feel like you faced?
I feel like what sets me apart is I'm appointment based only. There is no like walk in times or anything like that. And I feel like it gives you and your client that one-on-one time. The shop isn't packed. It's not kids running around. It's not the normal hustle and bustle of a walk-in salon. We got the music, the vibes going. Like it's a very homey space. I've had a lot of clients tell me that recently. Actually, they're like, "Oh, it feels real homey in here, real warm." And so I'm like, I feel like that's kind of what sets me apart. Challenges is I guess really it was just startup because now I feel like I'm kind of in a flow state right now. Things are pretty, I've learned a lot. And don't get me wrong, I still have my challenges. There's always something. But it was the beginning, just really navigating how to be a boss without being too stern, on your girls. You don't want to feel like that boss. But also still being firm as well. Like that was a big challenge.
Because you're 25 too, so it's also like sometimes
I'm just a girl. I don't know.
I am just a girl. That I say that all the time, but sometimes being in these spaces, being just a girl, and sometimes you're the youngest person, but you're in charge,
right?
And so it's also like, how do you balance that and overcome that? Like,
right. A lot of mental breakdowns calling my dad, asking for advice.
Thank you, Dad.
Not gonna lie. He definitely has. He's always my ground zero. He brings me back. So definitely thankful for him.
So you have a mentor that we've talked about previously on the podcast. It's important for us to have a mentor.
Absolutely.
And your dad is somebody that you can learn from. Do you feel like, do you tell your other girls in this shop, like, you need a mentor, you need somebody that you can confide in and talk to, and that can lead you through this space?
You know what? I haven't before, but that's actually a great idea. I think I will in the future.
Because it's hard sometimes taking on everybody else's problems.
It's hard, especially when I'm still navigating myself.
That's what I was going to say.
Sometimes I feel like I have to be the learner sometimes. Like I can't give you advice on something that I'm still navigating myself.
But honesty. The honesty within just that, I think it lets people know, okay, it's okay for me to not know everything. Nobody knows everything, and some people are still learning, different things. So just the honesty in that, I'm sure, gives them that boost of confidence. How do you keep and cultivate your space? Like you said, it's very relaxing. People have told you it's very homey. You've made several different renovations and you've updated it a few times. How do you keep that going, and what do you say, like, this is what the space needs right now? This is what I feel like we're lacking.
So I always have some nice smell goods. I feel like that's
key.
Yeah, that's key. That's number one. You always got to smell good, especially with the nail fumes. You want to have some type of sweet smell in there. And I also smudge. I try to smudge at least once a month. There are so many different energies coming in and out of the space. So I feel like it's nice to just clear it. And
okay, what's smudge for us that don't know?
So smudge is when you burn. It's a herb. It's called sage. So
okay.
You burn that, and even Palo Santo. And so it's supposed to just purify the air, basically, so spiritually and physically. So it literally kills bacteria in the air. Yeah. Okay. A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that. That's what I'm like.
And kind of just clears your energy. So you are supposed to open your windows and kind of just let all the smoke just flow out. And it basically just cleanses the energy in your space. Okay. You never know who's coming in and out.
That's true.
The energies that they leave. And a lot of times the nail salon is a dump for a lot of people. Like you come and you vent, and you leave all of that at the salon. So I like to clear it back out.
Yeah, y'all are like part-time therapists in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, we should probably make y'all sign some NDAs because
the tea gets hot. Listen, and I love
take it to the grave. Because I'm like, I can never fall out with my nail tech because you know too much.
Yeah,
you know too much.
Yeah. Trust me, your secrets are safe.
Yeah.
I probably will forget anyways, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
Yeah. So what legacy do you feel like, obviously you are trusted. We can tell you anything, but what is a legacy that you hope you can leave behind or build? I mean, we're still young, or build with your nail shop and your school. What's the goal?
I feel like a lot of my legacy is just showing other women it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done no matter age, no matter, where you're at in life, it can be done. I feel like sometimes just seeing that is
Yeah.
all the motivation that you need to get it done. So, because I want black-owned nail shops on every corner, just
Yeah.
like, anything else. So,
For sure.
we all can eat.
And listen, how many different brands of bread are there on the shelf?
Right.
Peanut butter.
Right.
I mean, I always tell people, like, nobody else is worried about the competitor that's next to them. But there is enough room for everybody to eat. There's enough people who need their nails done.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, let me ask you this question, because on TikTok, it's just right now. On TikTok, it's going around the OPI, doing your nails at home, kids. How do you not see that as a threat?
I know what I bring to the table.
Period.
So,
no, say it.
A lot of my clients, I feel like a lot of it is they come for the vibe. They don't want to do it themselves, honestly. I know my clients, they don't want to be sitting at home trying to put press on. They don't want to do that. You come and you pay somebody so that it can be done, one, correctly. It can last, because you can do it yourself, but it might not look as good or it might not last as long. So, yeah, I don't see that as a threat at all.
Okay, I'm glad. I've heard a lot of feedback from others saying the opposite, but with that mindset, they're like, well, I'm like, it shouldn't be. So I'm glad you're saying, like, you have to know what you bring to the table.
Right. And if there's any doubt or any type of, just doubt, you got to change some stuff, because you shouldn't be doubting what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
You should know, hey, this is my service, and my clients, they love what I provide, so.
So speaking of that, how did you know, you know what you bring to the table, you know your skills. You didn't just start a business for you. You started a business and a space for others.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know, just as an entrepreneur or a business owner, sometimes we think of our business like, this is for me. This is for me. I'm doing it. I might hire some staff, but everybody at your shop is really on the same playing field because they're all entrepreneurs in their own right. So how did you know you wanted to create a safe space for them?
I love connecting. I love kind of bouncing off ideas off each other. And this is another thing. So I think we have lost the art of open salon setting. I love my open salon setting. Like, I love that culture of just having girl talk, or sometimes we eat together. We might take a few shots, just really having girl time. It's a nice release. It's a nice unwind from your day-to-day life. When you come in the nail salon, all your problems kind of just melt. And even if you're talking about your problems, it's nice to just feel that release and be around other women who we're all going through the same things.
Yeah.
We are all going through the same things, just different timelines. So,
and it's nice sometimes you might be having a conversation with your nail tech or throw something out there, somebody across the aisle is like, ooh, girl,
right.
I know what she...
And they teach me stuff all the time. I learn so much. Like, and even, so Alexis wasn't my client at first. Alexis was actually a client of a girl who worked in my salon for a few years. And so me and Alexis kind of even built that relationship, even with her not even being my client, so, and now she's a client now. So it works out.
Worked out in my favor.
Right.
Listen, nail techs is hard to find, child. Ones that do it exactly how you want to. But I think that is so important. We're talking about networking. Mm-hmm. And that's a lost art within itself.
Absolutely.
But not seeing each other as competition. Mm-hmm. And so, having those salons, and like you said, I was somebody else's client originally, but it wasn't a space where it's like, don't talk to my client. Like, like, what are you doing?
It got to the point where our clients meshed really well. Like, when this girl left my salon, I was low-key sad. Like, I'm not going to see her clients anymore. I still have a few of her clients. It's a good handful that will still come by the shop and just say hi, just because they miss that, vibe that we used to have. We really created some good relationships and good connections.
You did. How do you do that, though? Like, do you interview the people before? Like, if somebody says, I want a space at your shop, do you make sure it fits the vibe and the energy that you're trying? Do you say no to people?
Absolutely. Okay. I've said no. I've definitely said no. But it hasn't been many no's.
But it's important to say no.
It is important to say no. And I will say prayer is a definite thing that you have to do. I pray that God only brings women who are in alignment with what I have going on, So if it doesn't work out, I'm real big on energy and vibes.
Yeah.
Like if it's not feeling how I think it should, and I'll pray about it, and God will send me a sign in one way or another of, if this is a good fit or not. Do they resemble what I have going on in my salon?
That's
So,
good for business owners to know that you can say no. All money is not good money.
yeah.
Turn it down if it's going to disrupt the energy and space that you've created.
Mhm.
Nail artistry has become a form of self-expression. How do you stay creative while managing the business side? You still take clients, but you are the business owner as well. How do you make sure? I just can't imagine taking clients and then managing everything that you do, coming in, building desks and lights and chairs. And how do you manage that?
You cry from time to time.
That's all I.
You cry a lot, actually.
It's a good release.
Yeah, it is. No, but seriously, I make a lot of to-do lists. That is one thing that keeps me grounded. I have a paper calendar. So it's one of those calendars, you kind of flip over once the month is over. So
I have a
I
have a desk. Yeah.
Yes, you gotta manifest. You gotta write it down, bring it to life.
Yes.
But so that really helps me. I like seeing everything planned out. I have to see it. I'm a visual learner. And not only that, but I make to-do lists. Okay. And then it's like I go back through and look over my year and it's like, wow, I marked this off. And it's just more motivation to keep going. When you see the things that you can accomplish, it gives you more motivation to accomplish more. So.
Okay. That's good. Because I feel like, I don't know if this is true though, but I feel like when I'm overwhelmed, like sometimes I got to take a day or two off of work and I shut down. But I don't know if like doing nails, if you feel like I'm just not I can't do it today.
And I definitely have had those days.
Yeah, okay.
And sometimes you just got to be honest with your client too. Girl, I'm having a day. Can we please? And most women will understand that. Communication is so vital. Like most of my clients, especially the ones who have been coming to me for years and years, I can be honest with them. Hey girl, today's not a good day. I'm really not feeling it. What can we do to get you back in on the books? Because this won't be good for either one of us if we.
You're gonna hate your nails.
Today, yeah.
I'm gonna hate doing them.
Yeah, everything's just gonna be bad. So let's just not.
Yeah. No, but that's so important because I feel like for me, I can't say I can take clients throughout the day. I have meetings usually all day, but we're just talking about business. But nail services is a big exchange of energy, and so if you're not feeling, I'm gonna say, is it that way or no? Do you feel like social media, technology, evolving trends are kind of shaping the nail industry, or do you feel like you guys kind of create your own?
I mean, people are in charge of technology, so I feel like,
Yeah. Is there some, so you guys can put anything online. And it'll become a trend.
It's coming from people is what I mean. So I feel like we are.
I'm just saying, because, AI is a thing nowadays.
Yeah.
So
AI is crazy. That is a crazy thing. I have had to turn a few clients down. Girl, this is AI. I'm not doing that.
Okay, so you can spot it though.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
Literally, one of the girls had just showed us a picture. It was like shoes, like on her nails, but they were just shoes, just as nails. It was, I said, why did she send you that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Say no. Be honest.
Honesty.
Yeah. That's a big one though. Like, no, girl, that's ugly.
Oh, and my clients know, I will tell you, that is ugly. But hey, we can do it if you want to, but just my personal opinion, I don't think. Yeah.
I love the honesty though. 10 years from now, what would you love for people of Kansas City to say about you and your business?
She really came and changed the city. She made her mark.
And are you wanting to open more salons?
Absolutely. Yes. My end goal is to own like a whole complex, kind of like the Raytown Plaza. And just, rent out commercial space and kind of be a mentor to people who are in the business field. So
that's good. We'll be on the lookout. When is your school opening?
No set dates yet, but very, very soon. We are nearing our finishing touches on the remodel. Yes. So
love that. Are you ready for a rapid fire?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Favorite local nail art trend or style?
I've got to say cat eye. Cat eye, yes. It's been given. It's been given.
I really do love the cat eye.
I just got a whole new set of like 24 different cat eye colors too. So like I'm feeling the cat eye.
I will be testing them. A tool or product you can't run your business without.
Square. I use Square for everything.
Definitely thought you was going to say something else.
What
Square.
you think I was gonna say?
Like a nail drill or something.
Oh.
Square, though. That's important. You said money first.
Money, yeah. Too much.
You said, no, but seriously. One mantra or quote that keeps you grounded and motivated.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
That is such a great quote. And that is a great quote to end on.
No, I literally use it every single day. Like, do something different, please.
Yeah. And it's also like, just be the change that you are complaining about and that you want to see in your industry. Well, Karina Colvon of KC Nails and Spa, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
This is the City Sculptors, and we hope that you tune in next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of the City Sculptors. If you've ever thought about how our city shaped or thinking about a new career path, this podcast is for you. We upload every second and fourth Monday. I'm your host, Alexis Williams, and this is the City Sculptors Podcast.